Hey guys, welcome to Naira Studios. So today we have a topic regarding cloud computing. So what is cloud computing? So cloud computing, to simply explain this concept, uh, it's a kind of a delivery of computing services that include servers, storage, database, networking, software, analytics, and intelligence over the internet to offer innovation, resources, and it could help you to grow on a scale. You kind of like a pay for the cloud services, which allows you to have low operating cost and an infrastructure which is efficient for your all your business needs. For that, we go for cloud computing. So now let's talk about what are the benefits of using a cloud computing. Cloud computing is a big shift from a traditional way of how business and IT operates. Now we have significant changes which came in with the cloud computing services, and that could be in terms of cost, speed, scaling, productivity, and performance, reliability. Of course, security was the main concern, and this is been provided by the vendors on now. So let's discuss what kind of like a cloud computing services we have. So on like it's a kind of like a broad categories right now with the cloud computing, with the introduction to infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, serverless, and software as a service. So they are sometimes called the cloud computing stack because they're built on top of another. Now, they typically relies on a hierarchical architecture, and knowing what they are and how they're different to making it easier to accomplish our business goals. So let's talk about some of these categories, and we'll discuss on our future videos on specific detailing about what these particular categories are. So first is infrastructure as a services. So the most basic category of a cloud computing system is an IT infrastructure that runs servers and virtual VMs, storage, networks, operating systems from a cloud provider as you pay and go on a basis. So that's how an IaaS offers. So it's basically what it does. It gives you an uh, virtual machine with storage, with networking protocols, and you can choose your operating system on this. And this is the offers which are given to us in infrastructure as a services. So what is platform as a service? So platform as a service refers to as cloud computing service that supply on demand environment for developing, testing, delivering, and managing software applications, and to make it easier for developers to create web mobile apps without worrying about the configurations like setting up, managing underlying infrastructures of servers, storage, networks, database needed for development. It takes care of all those things. And now we have something called serverless computing, and on top of like platform as a service, uh, serverless computing focus on building app functionality without spending any time at all on continually managing the servers infrastructure that are required to do so. The cloud provider handles the setup, planning, server management for you, And serverless architectures are highly scalable and event driven, only using resources of a specific kind of a function or trigger that occurs. And now we're gonna talk about software as a service. So software as a service is a method for delivering software applications over the internet. And on demand, typical kind of like a subscription services. So with SaaS, cloud providers host and manage the software applications and underlying infrastructure to handle any kind of a maintenance, software upgrades, security patching, and connect to any application over the internet, usually with a web browser on their phone, tablets, or maybe PC. So let's talk about the uses of cloud computing. So cloud computing right now, if you don't realize it, it's in everything, like on an email service, on a documented service, on a movie streaming services, on TV, on music streaming, on game streaming, where you kind of like store photos, your pictures, and movies and other files. So cloud computing is kind of like a behind the scene thing for all of the services which the company or maybe a lot of softwares are built on top of it. And there can be like cloud native applications which uses some kind of like a technologies which are microservices, which follows a microservices architecture or maybe monolith architecture, and then API driven communications and DevOps kind of a driven environment. So it is create cloud native application. So you can test your applications, you can build your application, you can analyze your data, you can store, backup, and recover data. You can stream audio and video, and you can do some of the business intelligence kind of an activities. Now, we can deliver the most efficient thing which I have found after leaning on the cloud is kind of like a delivering of software on demand. So on demand softwares you offer you the latest versions of the updates around the customers anytime they need and anywhere they are. So this is a kind of like a small introduction to cloud computing. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you enjoyed it, like the video, subscribe to this channel.